Vanakkam. Welcome back to our course on SAP Materials Management. So far, we discussed the execution of procurement processes through Materials Management module. It is important to understand how to configure the system to bring those processes in right way. We'll discuss standard material management configurations in 4 sessions. In this session, we will discuss how to configure the organization structure from MM point of view, like company code, plant, store location, calendar, purchase organization, purchasing group. Before going into the session, let us discuss the answers for the quiz of the previous session. What is external operation? In production with multiple operations, if one operation is not executed due to various constraints, but they need to be performed by a vendor, it may be executed as a subcontracting process or as an external operation. External operation is performed through production order without creating separate intermediate codes and unnecessary bill of materials. What are the differences between subcontracting and external operation? In case of subcontracting, we have to create stage-wise bill of material. There is no need of stage-wise bill of material in external operation. In case of subcontracting, purchasing info record will be created for the material. In external operation, purchase info record will be created for the material group. External operations will be completely integrated through production order, but there is no link to production order in case of subcontracting process. What is the use of phantom material in external operation? Phantom material is used to manage the inventory of materials to be sent for external operation. These are non-valuated materials. What should be considered while configuring control key for external operation? In control key configuration, under the external processing checkbox, there should be a plus mark for only external processing and X mark only for internal and external processing. Should you create purchase requisition for external operations manually? No. System will create purchase requisition when the production order is created, provided if we created all the required master data properly. What are the advantages of external operations? By using external operations, we can reduce number of materials to be handled. There will be less number of orders to manage so that the chaos can be avoided. Follow-ups will be better. There will be a clear link between parent materials and the input raw materials, the child materials. A clear cost analysis of the material as part of production or procurement can be done. And also there will be a improved clarity on the status of materials production progress. So these are various advantages of external operations. As part of the course flow, now we are in the status of discussing organization structure. Various steps involved in MM configuration are shown here. The MM configuration starts with organization structure, then material master, business partner, purchasing documents like purchase request and purchase order related configurations, and release procedure is the additional thing we are going to discuss here. Let us start discussing configuring MM organization structure. Whenever configuration is done, it has to be done with the change request number. Settings may be saved in the existing change request number or a new change request number may be generated. If you opt to create new request, another pop-up screen will appear that requires a short description of the change you will be making, like user ID, source client, category, etc. If the target client is blank, make sure that you enter the correct target client for the change request. On saving the change request, system will display the change request number and also it will log the changes what is done. A logically defined change request number is suggested to follow and to have complete clarity and traceability for the configuration. This is very, very important. Configuring a proper organization structure is key to successful SAP implementation. From a materials management perspective, purchasing organizations plants, storage locations, purchasing groups are important elements of organization structure. Separate organization structure elements exist for financial accounting such as company codes. For sales and distribution, the organization structure are sales organization, division, distribution channels, and many other settings. Company code is the smallest organization unit for which we can have independent accounting department. Company code is below client in SAP organization structure. The financial statements like balance sheet and profit and loss accounts, cash flow, required by law are created at the company code level. Multiple company codes can be created in each client. Company code is usually part of configuration of financials, that is financial team. But material management consultants and users need to understand the financial integration with the MM so that the company code's integration with MM organization structure is very important. In general, company code is created by copying another company code in the system. In a standard system, company code 001 is provided by SAP for this purpose. Company code 001 is provided by SAP for copying as a standard company code. When you copy the company code, system will copy many parameters specific to the company code to the new company code. And wherever necessary, we can go and change the specific data in the relevant application based on the business need. Copying one SAP object to another should generally be followed for most configuration objects. This is a very good best practice. Okay, this is a best practice to be followed. And to copy company code from existing company code, follow the menu path what is shown here. Here, select the copy, delete, check the company code, and then press choose. And then click on the copy organization objects. And there is option to enter from company code to company code. Both options are there, from company code and to company code. Now enter the company code from which it must be copied, a new company code which has to be created. Company codes have 4 letters, either numerical or alphanumerical. Please enter and proceed. Please note that the company code may have that alphanumeric means it may be completely numeric, or it may be completely alpha, or it may be alphanumeric. This is very important because there are many queries I see that I have 50 companies, I have 100 companies, how to create the company code. There are many logics are there, like AX01, AB01, AY01, like this different combinations can be created. And also 0012 09999, like this different combinations. These things we need to understand clearly and create them. Maybe you, as a MM person, know you can support the finance people to these kind of combinations. Okay, and then after entering the details, press enter. System will pop up further details and it will keep on just proceeding. And as we discussed, creating company code is the job of financials. From here they will take the settings and they will proceed. Okay, you don't need to worry about company code creation, but you can support them. For all planning and scheduling purposes, calendars are required. Okay, calendars have to be required. A calendar can be configured through the menu bar shown here or through the transaction called SCAL. The sequence of creation of a calendar is first the national holidays are defined. Along with the national holidays, other individual holidays specific to the region or country or those kind of things, like Buddhist holidays, Christian holidays, Muslim holidays, those are defined. And then factory calendar is defined. Then these holiday calendars are assigned to the factory calendar. The factory calendar then assigned to the plant once the setting of the plant is ready. This is how the calendar is created and assigned to the plant. Each plant will be assigned to one factory calendar. That's very important, so that we will be able to plan the things properly, because there are some parameters, that in-house production time or goods visit processing time. These things are based on the actual working days. Okay, so if you define Saturday, Sunday as holiday or Friday, Saturday as holidays, system will consider those holidays. So if you have to define those things, you have to define them through these calendars. That's very important. A plant is an organizational unit within logistics. We can classify a plant from the view of production, procurement, maintenance, warehouse, and planning. For example, the plant can be a manufacturing site, it may be head office or a distribution center within the company. It organizes organizes the task for the production logistics, and it can be a physical production site or the logical grouping of several sites which metals are produced or groups and services are provided. At the plant level, we can perform different tasks like managing inventory, evaluating and performing physical inventory of stocks, managing the demand, the execution of the planning, executing and controlling the production, performing MRP, material requirements planning. In the organizational structure of the SAP, you can assign only one company code to the plant. Okay, only one company code to the plant. However, you can assign multiple plants to the company code, which means one company code have many plants, but a plant can be assigned to only one company code. This is also important point. So what are the key characteristic of the plant? Again, I'm repeating here, a plant is assigned to single company code, but a company code can have several plants. And similarly, several store locations in which metal stocks are managed can belong to one single plant, but one plant can, a store location cannot be assigned to more plants, okay? And then single business area is assigned to plant and to a division. A plant can be assigned to several combinations of sales organizations, distribution channels, and other organized structure in sales and distribution. A plant can have several shipping units. A shipping point can be assigned to several plants. A plant can be defined as a maintenance plant also. And the plants have various roles to play, like material valuation. If the valuation level is in the plant, material stocks are valuated at the plant level. We can define metal prices for each plant. Each plant can have its own account determination. Material stocks are managed within a plant as part of inventory management. MRP are planned for each plant. Each plant will have their own MRP parameters. MRP can manage across the plants here. Analysis of MRP can be done across the plants. In costing, valuation prices are defined only within the plant. If a plant performs plant maintenance planning tasks, this plant is defined as a maintenance planning plant. A maintenance planning plant can carry out planning tasks for various other plants also. And before setting up a plant, there are some parameters or prerequisites. What are the prerequisites? We have to define this factory calendar. Just now we discussed about the factory calendar. Then a country key has to be defined. Normally country key will come as a default. If not, we have to configure and assign them. And then the region keys. Region keys are belong to the specific countries, like states in India, like Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, West Bengal, like this. The state codes have to be defined and assigned in this region codes. This is important to do various settings and also some rules or state related things. When you bring it, those things it will be useful. A plant is created with 4-character alphanumeric in the plant field. This is configured using the menu bar shown here or the transaction OX10. Again, it is recommended to create a new plant by copying an existing one and then making the required changes, like what we suggested for company code. Please note that this method copies all the dependent table entries into the customizing. Otherwise, we need to maintain those manually. That's a huge task, right? So it is better to copy from another plant. Here we choose the copy, delete, and the checkpoints, and then press choose so that we go to the copy organization object. I enter the from plant and to plant here and then proceed. That is what we need to do it here. Let us continue. And then proceed as per the steps shown here. Just to keep proceeding, right? You want to copy, you want to proceed, you want to copy all those things. Let us keep proceeding it. These are the further prompts. Let us going along with these prompts. And then a new plant will be saved. Finally, a new plant will be saved by copying the reference plant. So we are seeing here which was the reference plant and also what is the new plant. Both we see here. With this, we created a new plant by copying from another plant. So after copying and creating a new plant, now we need to update the details relevant to the plant which you have created. So for this, we have to select the define the plant. Now what is shown here? Now define the plant, and then we have to proceed. Let's select the newly created plant, in our case IN01. Then press the change icon. Here capture the company code, city code, and then assign the calendar, factory calendar here. And then press the address icon. Now let us capture the required details as shown here and then save. So data is saved and a plant is created with required details and the configuration is also completed for the plant. After defining the plant, now we have to assign the plant to the company code. Okay, what I told the completion of plant was just to create the company and changing the details. But now we have to link it to the company code. Now we have to link it because only by linking only it will be linked to all other financial things and also the legal things, right? And please remember, a plant is assigned to a single company code. Okay, it can be assigned to single company code. To do the assignment, follow the menu path shown here or use the transaction code OX18. Now press the new entries icon, enter the company code and plant code which have to be linked and then save. Now the plant is assigned to the company code. That is how we are assigning it. It's a simple activity. After the plant level, the next level in a physical structure defined in MM is the storage location. SAP traditionally defines a storage location as a place where stock is physically kept within the plant. At least one storage location will always be defined for a plant. It is an organization unit that allows differential of material stocks within the plant. So within the plant, we can have different locations. For example, most clients prefer to have different storage locations for different types of materials. For example, raw material storage location, semi-finished storage location, finished goods storage location, scrap metal storage location, like this. Each storage location is assigned to the plant. We can assign multiple storage locations to a plant, but we cannot assign a storage location to multiple plants. And when we work for the storage location, we have to carefully assess the current status of storage and evaluate the proposals for re-engineering the storage facilities, and appropriately we need to define the storage locations. Now, for example, there is a manufacturing company where some of the products which are very much specific to their expiry dates, okay, their shelf life expiration date. So after the shelf life is completed, they have to move and keep the stock separately in the store location, and the store location should not be considered for planning purpose. Okay, so this kind of store location has to be created, and please be careful. Don't create the store location just like that. No, I saw some example where they created 20 store locations, 30 store locations, like that. If you want something, immediately create store location. No, because the creating store location means it needs a lot of work has to be performed. Creating and assigning it is easy, but then we have to maintain master data accordingly, we have to move the materials accordingly, we have to transfer the materials, and then we have to follow up those materials. Like this, many activities are there. So to avoid those things, it is better to optimize the store locations. Okay, that's very important. For this, we need to have elaborate discussions with the business users, understand the business cases, then we have to do it. So these are some of the critical features of the SAP defined store locations, which will help you to understand them and discuss with the users clearly. The store location is the lowest level of location defined within the MM functionality. In MM functionality, this is the lowest level. The store location has a description and also at least one address. Stocks are managed only on quantity basis and not on value basis in store location level. So value is maintained where it is at the plant level or company code level. Physical inventories are carried out at the store location level, and a store location can be assigned to warehouse in warehouse management. Also, store locations are always created for a plant and they cannot be created independently. Okay. To create store location, the menu path is shown here, and the T code is OX09. Since we copied and created a new plant, all the store locations in the source plant now, those things are now available in the destination plant. Okay, this is the advantage of creation of organizations organization unit by copying from other organization unit. Now we have the store locations already defined. If we need new store locations, we can proceed by clicking this new entries icon so that we can create the new store locations. The purchasing organization is responsible for company's purchasing requirements. We can incorporate purchasing into company structure by assigning the purchase organization to a company code or to plans. This means we can determine whether purchasing is organized centrally or decentrally in the company. So there are different combinations, like the purchasing can be centralized purchase to manage all companies plans, or it is decentralized for each company, or it is decentralized for different plans. So these things, right, how they are arranged in SAP. In SAP, purchasing organizations can be defined in the following combinations, like plant-specific purchasing organization, or cross-plant purchasing organization, or cross-company code purchase organization. Like the different combinations are there. So during configuration, a purchasing organization may be assigned to a plant or to company code. A plant must be assigned to one or more purchasing organizations. As we discussed earlier, a plant is always assigned to a company code. A purchasing organization can be assigned to company code, but it is not mandatory. Please note, it is not mandatory. If you do not assign company code to a purchase organization, the purchasing organization can engage the procurement activities for every company code, right? And if a cross company code purchasing organization is to be defined and assign the purchasing organization to the plant only. Please note that in this case, purchase organization should not be assigned to a specific company code. Very careful. Please consider this. Now let us see that different things. What is called three types of things. One is the plant specific purchase organization. The plant purchase specific organization, the purchase organizations are assigned directly to each plant, which means that each plant will have its own purchasing organization to carry out the purchasing activities. Okay, this is the plant specific purchase organization. This is company code specific or cross plant. We can call it as company code specific or cross plant purchasing organization, in which purchase organization will be assigned to the company code. So when it is assigned to the company code, then the purchase organization purchasing activities will be done for all the plants assigned to the company code through this purchase organization. That is what will be done. So here we are assigning the each purchase organization to the different company codes, right? Now, if you want to organize purchasing on cross company codes, we don't want to restrict it to any company code. It has to be done in all the domains. Create one purchase organization, assign it to all the plants. Then it will be can be managed by different company codes. Okay, this is how you do the cross company code. In this case, do not assign the purchase organization to the company code. Once assigned to company code, it will not be applicable to another company code. To create purchase organization, follow the menu path shown here. Press new entries, enter the new purchase organization code and description and save it. Purchase organization is created. In a purchasing organizations, if you want to assign them, right, how to do the assignment, the menu path is shown here. So here we can see different combinations. Assign purchase organization company code, assign purchase organization plant, or assign the standard organization to plant. Like these different combinations are there. So based on business scenario, various options are here. You can use them. But please note that purchase organization to a company code is required only when you want to create purchase organization specific to a certain company code. After assign a purchase organization company code, you cannot assign this purchase organization to any other company code. Because I am repeating this because these things have to be clear. And for a cross company code purchase organization, you won't assign purchase organization to company code, but instead a cross company code purchase organization will be responsible for all the activities in different plants. So we will assign them directly to the plants. That's how it will happen. Okay. And here for the testing purpose, we don't assign to the company code. Instead, we go to the plant. And assigning the purchase order to the plant is mandatory, and it will enable the creation of procurement activities such as purchase order for the plant. So we have to assign the purchase orders to all the plants. That is very important. And if it is coming through company code, that's fine. That will be coming there. But if it is not assigned to company code, it has to be assigned to the plants for sure. And to assign purchase order to one or more plants, follow the menu path shown here. A purchasing group is defined as a person or group of persons responsible for procurement activities. Okay, these are procurement activities. The purchasing group can be defined in the configuration through the menu path shown here. Here, press new entries button. Enter a new 3-character alphanumeric code purchasing group along with the description, telephone number, and the fax number. Save it to create the purchasing group. So in this session, we discuss the part 1 of the MM configuration, where we focused on MM organization structure configuration. We discussed the settings of company code, plant, store location, calendar, purchase organization, and purchasing group. Let us see some quiz questions for this session. What is the standard company code provided by SAP to copy and create new company codes? What is the logic to define company code? A plant can be assigned to different company codes, true or false. Many store locations can be assigned to one plant, true or false. If a purchase organization has to serve different company codes, it has to be linked to each company code, true or false. Is it mandatory to assign a purchase organization to plants? So these are the quiz queries. The answers we'll discuss in the next session. So now after completing the first part of the configuration discussion, in the next session we'll discuss the configuration settings for the material master related things from the MM aspect. Meanwhile, please go through the configuration settings. Please don't go and change anything if you have any systems or something. Many places you will not be authorized even to see them. But if you have some authorization, please go and see them. Don't change anything, okay? Because it is just understand, please go through them and see them. And maybe you can explore them by using the help button, which is available there. And please give your feedback to improve the flow and contents of your course. And please suggest your friends and colleagues to subscribe to our channel so that they also get the benefit of these knowledge sharing sessions. Thank you. See you in the next session. Take care. Bye.